everybody. Welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. I'm Kristi Brower, here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Katie Weber. And Katie forgot to add herself to the stream, so I added her at exactly the same time that she added herself. So she added herself, I removed her. So sorry about that. But hey, everybody. Hey, Katie.
How's it going?
Well, good now. Yes, I was like, oh shit, you forgot to add yourself. So yeah,
I did. I
apparently.
ran to look something up I wanted to have on hand tonight and totally forgot to put myself in the feed, but I'm
Well,
here.
welcome. This is the Psychic Hour here with the Psychic Sisters. And well, we always like to kick this show off with what did you have for dinner? So
Yeah.
we cheated and had hamburgers because I was tired and Rhonda had to work. So,
Well, there
nothing
you
too
go.
thrilling tonight.
We had buffalo chicken. I just
Ooh.
baked chicken thighs.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even have wings. It's fine. So we had
Yeah,
buffalo chicken, and that's all with homemade ranch. So,
sounds good.
yeah,
Ooh, salmon and potatoes. Hamburgers are
nice.
great. Yes, yes, they are.
Right?
Sometimes
Not a
that's
damn
all
thing
you've
wrong with
got,
that.
right?
Mac and
Mac
cheese
and
and hot dogs. Mormon cooking.
yes. I love it, Shelby. That's
Wait, if you didn't
fantastic.
have green jello,
Right. With some shredded carrots in there. Come on.
mhm, some pears and shredded cheese. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shredded cheese.
Oh,
Yikes.
Panda Express. Okay, okay.
Ooh, okay. I like it. I like it. Amy says nothing yet. Well, maybe we'll inspire you. Miranda had popcorn. Hey, I mean, whatever works. When
Have
I
you
go out of
ever?
town, my wife's favorite dinner is popcorn and beer.
Hmm.
So
And she's got the
only
dogs
because she
convinced,
lives with
boy.
me does she eat anything decent. Is that what that means?
Apparently. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gabby's taking all the ideas. Shelby says no, yuck to the jello. Yeah, well, we
Hmm.
many of us grew up with it, but we don't want it anymore. No.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Becky also had popcorn. I love it.
Nice. Hey, that's
Hmm.
that's not the worst dinner. Yep.
Oh, craft dinner, mac and cheese. Yep, yep. We know you are Canadian because you guys call it craft dinner.
Craft
We
dinner.
call it mac and
Yeah.
cheese. Yep.
Banana waffles. Oh, Barbara, we'll be right
Ooh,
over.
yum. That sounds good.
Mm, that
Popcorn
was
for
so
dinner
good.
is a norm here. Yeah. Hey, sometimes it's just better to eat something than nothing, right?
GB says favorite comfort food, mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, mashed
Gotta
potatoes and
be
mac
for
and
me.
cheese, definitely two of my favorites.
Yeah.
And homemade soup, because our
Yeah.
mom made tons of soup, and I realize now it was because we
Mhm,
didn't have a lot of money and soup is cheap, and you can
mhm,
make a big pot of soup that goes a long way. But I have always loved all different kinds of homemade soups because of that.
mhm. My kids, my two oldest kids are both college students and they live together.
Mm-hmm.
And they have made this plan recently that they make a big pot of soup every Sunday
Oh,
and then
nice.
they eat on it for the better part of the week because
Yeah.
they've both had some goals to try not to eat out so much. It's so easy when you're working and going to school and out of the house all the time. And
Right.
anyway, so it's been really fun because the last several weeks they call me every Sunday. So today we're making so
That's so cool. I love that.
they've made my signature green chili pork stew. They have made
Ooh, yum. Yes, that's a good one.
the Olive Garden chicken gnocchi
Mm.
soup. They've made taco soup. I can't remember, but anyway,
Ooh,
yeah.
taco soup.
And then they just
Mm-hmm.
have this enormous pot, and they have friends over, just in and out, and people stopping by and whatever. And it sounds like it's been a really nice thing to be like, hey, there's a pot of soup in the fridge if anybody's hungry, and
I love
no one,
that.
no wonder their house is the house to be.
Right? They
Making soup
actually
for all the
cook.
kids. Yeah.
GB loves chicken noodle soup. Amy says chicken and dumplings. Ooh, yeah.
Hmm.
Shelby, I know. You never understood the jello thing, right? And what was with the carrots and the shredded cheese? Like, let's just get real. What the
What?
hell? Yeah. Anyway, Red
What?
Girl spaghetti, Robin salad. GB says leftovers are a bonus. Yes. GB
Hmm.
loves chicken gnocchi. Hey, JR.
Yeah.
Yes, you can never go
Well,
wrong with soup. I agree.
hmm
Hey, Bianca, so
Bianca,
glad you're here. We're so glad you're all
jello is
here.
a dessert food. Well, it really is, right? Kind of.
I It was my impression that it was, but I don't know.
Mhm.
We grew up with a lot of
So
weird
our
stuff.
mom, she did Diet Center when we were kids. Do you guys remember Diet Center? So the people that invented Diet Center lived in our town,
Right.
and they got like really
Ooh,
rich
chicken
from it.
Alfredo.
They were suddenly rich people, and like they built a stadium and they built this mansion outside of town, and everybody knew their name. Boy, the Fergusons. Oh, they were so
Right.
rich.
Hmm.
Anyway, but they had a diet center in our town. So, then all the fat ladies would go down there and learn how to not be fat anymore. And it was buying their products and, it didn't really work. But she had all these recipes from them to make things to eat. And one of them was these applesauce gelatin squares. Do you remember those
Oh,
mothers? Oh my God.
yes.
Oh, they were so gross. But
I
that was
loved them. You
their
didn't like them?
what?
Oh, I
No,
loved them.
no, God, no.
Yeah, it was like
Hated them.
I don't know, it was sort of like a gummy applesauce, a
Yeah.
gummy made out of applesauce kinda, and,
Hmm.
oh, I thought they were great.
Oh, hard no. Not good.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, junket, yes, it's some kind of pudding or something. Yes, absolutely heard of junket.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
JR
Why
had
would you
steak and
name anything
cheeseburgers.
that though? Why junket? I was Junkette though, right? That was their probably someone's last name that
Mhm.
invented it. But still, I don't think you should name things something to eat called junk. You know?
Right, well,
Yeah. Oh yeah, depression era taste. Yeah, you're
yes.
probably right, Lotus. Yep.
Mhm, and while the extra stuff was added to Jello. I mean, there are
Hmm.
recipes, like, that are
Hmm.
like a whole casserole that's then gelatinized.
Oh
Ugh,
yeah, yeah. I know. Have you
we
seen them?
didn't
Like
get
they come out of the
quite that
mold.
bad. Yeah.
They've got like carrots and ground beef and shit like that in them in a beef in a mold and gelatinized. And I mean, what
Yeah.
in the
Yikes. Isn't a
isn't a
garbage
plate
plate
of
a mis
garbage a Midwest thing? I've heard of that. Or, oh, this is
no.
awful. I hate to even say this, it gags me, but shit on a shingle. You guys ever heard of
Yeah.
that? Ah, God.
It's cream
Gross.
tuna on
Why?
toast. We ate
No.
it as kids, yeah. Right,
Well,
Jello by itself is
yeah.
fine. Or
Yes.
my favorite, I love to make a strawberry Jello salad that is strawberry Jello and cottage cheese and sliced strawberries and heavy cream and whipped cream
Whipped cream.
mixed
Yeah.
together is delicious, and it can be very, very keto. Pretty
Yes.
good.
Even carnivore almost. Yeah.
Yeah,
With
really good stuff.
strawberries. But yeah,
Yeah.
Amy knew she was pregnant when she craved Jello because she can't stand it otherwise.
Yeah.
It is kind of a Mormon thing. I don't know why, but maybe it is feeding big families,
I would
and
think, yeah, it can make things go a long ways.
yeah. When we were
But
kids, when we were sick, our mom would make hot Jello and make us drink
yes.
it.
Yeah, that was a real thing. Somehow
Yeah.
that was well, it would coat your throat. Would kind of coat your
Is
throat
that
if you had a sore
why?
throat. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, give you like
Yes.
a yeah.
Bianca, I love him. She said there's a guy on TikTok who has a depression era cookbook and makes the grossest recipes. It's funny to watch him gag. He is the
Oh my gosh.
cutest guy.
He is the cutest. I love him. I watch him too.
He's
Yes, hot
actually a
jello.
musician. That's his. He's a college student here in the U.S., but he does not have a visa to work, and so he is doing TikTok instead, and
And
getting
doing
paid for it
really
because he's
well.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot jello is the best. Yay, several of you have had hot
Okay.
jello.
Good.
Glad it's
Yes.
not just us.
Red girl's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh, dandelion salad.
Hmm.
Oh, yucky. Ooh, no, thank you.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I still sort of think of it when I'm sick, even though I don't make it. But it's not that bad. You just drink it, and so it just kind of coats the throat.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure it was a learned it in Relief Society kind of a thing.
I'm sure because that was a home remedy. Our mom was all about home remedies.
Oh yeah,
You know,
she
we
had the
were
doctor's
poor and
book
we
of
had
home
no
remedies.
insurance, so
Yeah,
yeah.
and the book was like this thick. It was this
Hmm.
huge book. And so whenever we were sick, we went to the home remedies first.
Hmm.
Then
Oh
possibly
God.
the doctor if we were dying.
She did something really terrible to me in high school. Uh, without meaning to. She had all of the best in intentions, but I have my ears are just jerks,
The
and
mustard
she had
blasters. Our grandma
taken
did
me
that.
to the doctor to have my ears cleaned because I couldn't hear a damn thing. And they used that high pressure cleaning stuff and put a hole in my eardrum. And I knew immediately that something was way wrong. I was like running from the doctor in the room, and he's trying to finish, and I'm, insisting that he can't. And anyway, so he sent me home with the ear not totally cleaned out, and I was in like horrific pain. But he wouldn't, and I said, I think you broke my eardrum, and he was like, oh no, there's no that, Same guy that misdiagnosed our dad's prostate cancer. But anyway, I
Yeah,
digress.
we
Why were we
did.
still
Yeah,
going to this guy? Good damn question. But
don't know.
anyway,
Yeah.
he so I came home and I was like in horrible pain because I did have a broken eardrum. And so mom goes to the doctor's book of home remedies that says for a bad earache to try onion juice. So she chops up an onion and gets, juices up an onion somehow. I don't know what she did, probably grated it,
Yeah.
and then poured all this onion juice in my ear. Well, I had a hole in my eardrum, and that caused a vicious infection. So that by the
Yeah.
time I woke up the next morning, my ear was swollen shut. The whole side of my head was swollen.
It's
That
so
doctor
bad.
showed up at our dad. Our dad was a barber. He showed up in the barber shop with an antibiotic and was like, I don't really know what happened with your daughter yesterday, but she should probably take this. Yeah, you freaking think. So
Jackass.
we had to go to a different doctor
Yeah.
and get an antibiotic from, a good doctor. And, but my ear was then, it was like weeping. Sorry, gross.
Yeah, it was
And
bad.
it weeped onion smelling pus for like 3 weeks because of the whole onion situation. So she
I
felt
mean,
horrible.
I don't want to say you were stinky, but you were.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I it was horrible. It's all I could smell forever.
Yeah.
And that it ran from my ear for weeks. And I was a senior in high school, and we were headed to Tucson in marching band to march for the one of the bowls, one of the New Year's Eve bowls.
Oh,
And
right. Yes.
I just had to go and just pretend because I couldn't play my instrument for weeks because, broken eardrum. So I just had to go and pretend. And oh my gosh, it was so awful. Anyway, forever we would joke with her about, should we just pour some onion juice on that?
Oh man, she did not
So
take that
bad.
well. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Kat says, so sorry to hear your horrible experience here in Michigan. They would say the home remedy is Verner's ginger ale. See, yeah, I
I'd
get
take that
that.
over onion juice.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah,
I would.
yeah. I've heard of warm onion compresses. Yeah, just don't
Mhm.
do it. Stay away from the onions.
Just
It's
don't
not
put
a good
anything
thing.
in your ears. Like, really, just
Yeah,
don't even do that.
yeah. Turns out that's a bad idea.
We learned the hard way.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I went
yes,
to
we
school. I went clear to Tucson on a school bus. I did it all.
did. Smelling like onions the whole time. Yeah,
Hmm.
ginger ale for throwing up. Yeah, we a lot of times had 7 Up for throwing up. But
Or Coke syrup. Remember
yes,
Coke
Coke syrup.
syrup?
Hmm. I don't
Yeah.
think it had cocaine in it, but
Well, I think it did in the early days, not our days, but like early
hmm
days it did. But by the
I
time we
know
came
that's
along,
what.
we didn't even get that. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Well, we this is our marching order show, but as part of it, Katie, you have something you want to share to begin with before we start pulling
Yeah.
cards.
So Christy's gonna pull, yeah, mustard plasters. Our grandma did that. Okay, one more. I just have to
Yeah.
tell you about Reesty bacon.
Oh no. Oh, gross.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys' grandmas did this. So our great grandma Lucille, they had, they were like homesteaders,
Hmm.
and she made everything. She sewed it, she cooked it, she bottled it, she whatever. She made everything.
Yeah.
And when they would slaughter the pigs in the fall and smoke the bacon, she would take a chunk of that bacon fat and put it in a coffee can up on a shelf in her pantry, and it would grow a layer of, you know, bacteria and stuff. And then she would, when somebody would get injured, she would pull that can. She called it Reese bacon. She would pull that down and use a knife and scrape some of that white stuff that would grow on the bacon and rub it on your injuries. No shit. It's a miracle those people lived.
I mean, I don't think
Was
that
she
was
making
penicillin because
penicillin?
that grows on bread, but yeah, I know, I don't know, but we fortunately were a little, further on in time and never
Yeah,
got the Reese
less
bacon
hardcore than
treatment.
that. Yeah.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly said I once read on a site to cure a yeast infection, put garlic in your hoo-ha. Just do not put anything food related in your hoo-ha. That is just
Yeah.
not a thing. But yeah, I've heard that before too.
I heard some girl on TikTok. I think it was a joke, but she said that she'd read to put she called it your sugar box, and she had read that for an itchy sugar box to put yogurt in it, and she didn't read it all the way through until it was too late, and she didn't know you shouldn't use strawberry flavored yogurt that has sugar in it, and now the sugar box has a much bigger problem.
Yes, yes, it does. I would imagine it has a terrible problem. Yeah.
What
Oh
the
yeah,
hell?
mercurochrome, methylate. I don't know about, but mercurochrome hurt.
Oh yeah,
Whew.
yeah, and smells. Holy hell! Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
It is
fire. We would
amazing
run to.
anyone
Yeah,
survived
it
for
really is.
sure. Yeah, yeah. Hoy. Okay. Well, on that note, let's move on to marching orders. So
Yes.
Kristi is going to give a reading. She's going to read from her Halloween deck. I'm going to give you a candle magic suggestion. So rather than go through the basics of candle magic for every sign, because that seems a little tedious, I'm going to do that now, and then I'll just give you the suggestion and why. So, a little tiny bit of candle magic. You need a candle, and these little chime candles are perfect. But if
For
you
candle
don't have a
magic,
chime candle, use what
please
you
have a
have.
candle.
But yes, it does work well to have a candle. And you need a holder, obviously. So, to do a candle magic spell, all you got to know is what you want to do, you know, what color of candle you want to use, and it's easy. So, you'll take your candle first, you will hold it up into your heart and just intend to clear it. You want to clear out any energy you're holding that or that it's holding that you don't want. You can also put it in the moonlight. You could smudge it with smoke from sage or from Palo Santo or from uh, my law. What do I want to say? Dragon's blood incense.
Oh yeah,
You know,
dragon's
so
blood.
however you clear is fine. And then, so clear it first, and then you're going to bless it. So then you're going to hold it in your heart or up to your mouth if you'd rather and speak into it what you want it to do. So this is a gold candle. So maybe I would bless it with, to help bring in abundance or to help bless a business endeavor or something like that. So you do your blessing and then you anoint it with a drop of oil. So you can use like a regular, like olive oil or something, like a drop, just a little bit on your fingers. Start at the bottom, rub it all the way up to the wick. And the oil just seals in your blessing. And then put it back in your holder and light it and let it burn all the way down. With chime candles, depending on how drafty your room is, hour and 15 minutes, usually right around there.
Mm-hmm.
When the last uh, wisp, wisp of smoke blows out, that carries the last of your intentions out to the universe. So that's the basics of how to do it. You can also take a little sharp knife and carve a word or a symbol or an intention right into the candle if you'd rather. So you guys can kind of be your guide on that, exactly how you want to do it. But candle magic is really effective. It's easy and
Mm-hmm.
it's fun. I
It
love
is.
it.
It's really fun. I love it too. Well, let's get started. So we
Let's
are
do
in Libra season right now.
it.
And for Libra, and I'll just tell you this, I have pulled the apple card. Now you'll see that this is an apple with some a bit of risk involved. There's blood in her hand with it. I think it's kind of the like the Snow White apple probably. But the apple
Mhm.
represents risk and reward. So when the apple card comes up, this is a reminder First of all, it's validation that if you are looking to take a leap or take a risk, it will be worth it. You may lose a few drops of blood, but it will be worth it. So, taking a risk, sometimes you have to be willing to take your lumps with it, but because we Libras are reckless. Could be, I've got a lot of Libra in me and I can be a little reckless.
Hmm.
But this is just a reminder that now is a good time to take that risk, but be prepared for the damage you may incur along the way.
Okay. So a calculated risk, maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh. That scares this Libran Cancer, you know? All right. So the candle, I think that we use a red candle. Red candles are for strength, passion, courage, change, lust, charisma, vitality. It feels to me like a red candle would be called for. If I was going to use a specific essential oil to anoint this candle, I would use a spice like cinnamon or nutmeg, cassia, something like that, because we're going to put some heat into it. And I would be very specific about whatever leap you want to take. I would really bless that right into your candle because honestly, we're not beating around the bush here, right? So if there's a leap you're taking, I would carve that or speak that directly into your candle.
Awesome. Well, and like Miranda says, this Libra needs courage. Okay. So then
Mhm.
bless your candle for courage
Yes.
if you're going to
Yep.
make a leap. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So from Libra, we go to Scorpio. And for Scorpio, I've drawn the forgiveness card.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I know we know a lot of Scorpios that could use this, but actually, this card is about taking the time to reduce your burden. So, what are you carrying with you? It's generally a forgiveness of yourself that is the burden. Sometimes it's forgiveness of someone else, and you can look into that, but often it's a burden that you're carrying of your own, that it's okay to release yourself from, forgiving yourself for whatever it is that you think you did wrong. Probably nobody else even knows about it, but it's time to release yourself from that burden.
That's so good. Because, yep, honey house Scorpios, and it'll eat them alive, and it'll be in their periphery for a while and have a hard time letting go of it. And then when they can finally voice it, a lot of times you're like, really? Oh, okay. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I hear that. So obviously it would be a blue candle because blue is literally the color of forgiveness. And so I would say blue is also good for communication and for calm. So it sounds like maybe all of those things are called for. So take your blue candle. Again, you could carve into it if there's a certain name, situation, something that you want to offer that forgiveness to or speak into it. I feel like some of my Scorpios might actually use multiple candles for this and really, really clean some slate. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but
It's a
blue for
good
you
time to,
guys.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love that idea of reducing your burden. What are you carrying
Yep.
that just no longer serves you or maybe never did?
Yeah. Well, and if I was going to use a specific essential oil for your anointing oil, I would use cypress.
Ah,
Because cypress
yeah.
is a really good transforming and transmuting oil. So
Yeah.
it would be a good call for this.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So then Sagittarius, for Sagittarius, I pulled the cauldron. This is the synergy and healing card. So this is about recognizing synchronicities in your life and connecting to the things that you feel synergy with, things that make you feel good, that feel positive, that feel easy to help you to heal whatever it is that you need to heal. But I feel like there's a lot of collaboration coming for Sagittarians in this, and that is going to help to heal some old hurts as well as some insecurities. So, really looking for those opportunities to work in a synergistic way with other people in
Mhm.
order to move yourself forward.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think then for cat or for Sag, it should be a green candle because green candles do signify healing, emotional, spiritual, physical healing, as well as abundance and growth. And I think that as you are going through whatever this process is for you, those are things that you're going to need to be, working on and calling in. So I really like a green candle for you. And if I was going to use an essential oil for this one, I would probably use peppermint because peppermint is an abundance oil. And, there's lore of back in like, like early magic days, people carrying a sprig of peppermint in their wallet or in their purse to help attract more money to them.
Ooh.
And I don't know why it's all coming up about money with Sag because I know that wasn't really what necessarily the reading was, but I feel like there's
I
there's a part of that here. Yeah.
I think that's what some of this synergy with working with other people is actually about.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah. So,
very
yep,
cool.
green and peppermint.
I love it. And peppermint, I have to admit, is one of my most favorite oils. I carry a roll on of peppermint in my purse everywhere I go, and I am a Sag. So that
Hmm.
makes tons of sense to me.
It's all yours.
Yeah. All right, Cap. What I pulled for you is the Veil card. And this
Oh,
is the future card, Capricorns. So, couple of reminders. The veil, as we call it, the barrier between this vibration and the next, is the thinnest right now through, mid November. This is a very clear time to be able to contact those who have crossed and your spiritual support system, whoever's out there for you. And I feel like it's a really important time to be looking toward the future and seeking guidance and support. For example, for me, whenever I am looking towards something in the future, particularly something that has to do with money, I call on my dad who has crossed because he's super good with stuff like that. So thinking toward the future, things that need to work out for you in a certain way, and using that thin veil to get the help that you need.
yeah. Yep. Ooh, I really, really love that. So for you, Cap, it's got to be a silver candle. So silver candles are all
Mhm.
about intuition, connections to the other side, magic. So I would literally write or carve the names of the people that you really want to connect to right on that candle. And then if I was going to use an oil to anoint it, I would use nutmeg because nutmeg is a very or cilantro, actually. But some of you guys I
Mhm.
know will not be able to handle cilantro. But either one. Uh oh,
I'm gonna take care of that. Wow. Okay.
okay.
Sorry. I'm doing double duty here. I'm the
Oh, well,
producer
and
and
maybe
the
it's
host.
nothing. I don't know.
I
I have no
don't know,
idea.
but it's not in English, and that concerns me. Okay. So anyway, gone,
Okay.
gone and gone. We don't know
Sometimes
what it
stuff shows
says.
up in
We
here that we're not sure what to think of.
we don't
Okay.
want it in our chat if we don't know what it says.
Well, no, because what if it's, yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm way off now. Anyway, I would use nutmeg oil because it's a super psychic oil. One
Yes.
drop. Don't go crazy.
Oh yeah. Do not go crazy with it.
Yep.
Um, it'll make you feel like shit if you get too much of it. But it's wonderful with just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh
All
yeah.
right, Aquarius. So
Yeah.
Aquarius gets the scrying card, which is the intuition card. So this is a reminder to really focus on your intuition right now, to take the time that you need to take good care of you spiritually so that your intuition is strong. It's also
Yeah.
a reminder to trust your intuition. For Aquarians, it would be a really important time to do some things like use an intuition journal where you track yourself, even
Mhm.
for a week. Dreams, gut feelings, hunches, whatever, writing them down and then going back and validating yourself. Whether you trusted it or not, you're going to be able to tell, when you go back through and be like, man, I wish I had trusted that because here's what happened. Or
Mhm.
I'm real glad I trusted that because here's what happened. So this
Mhm.
would be a really important time to just put your attention there. Putting your attention on your intuition actually really grows it because there's so
Mhm.
much more of it than we realize most of the time.
Absolutely. So, ooh, I really feel like Aquarius, we got to do double duty. Clearly, you should have a silver candle, right? Because again, that's about psychic gifts and intuition and dreams and, everything we just talked about for Cap. But I think I would add a purple candle to that too, because purple
Mm-hmm.
candles really represent psychic stuff and your third eye and hidden knowledge and ancient knowledge. So I would probably use both candles in this instance and bless them both. And again, probably I would use lavender oil or I would use nutmeg again, but really with nutmeg. It's an amazing one to anoint candles with if you don't go crazy. But if you go crazy with it and use too much, you will wish you had not. So
Yeah.
one drop. Hi,
Just super
Kathy.
careful with it.
Welcome.
Wonderful. Yeah, welcome, Kathy. I wanted to say also, Amy said, interesting, my 4-year-old son is a Cap, and he's been talking a lot about my dad who passed 6 years before he was born. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
He's around.
Mm-hmm.
That veil is thin right now.
Our niece, Mia, used to cry for our great grandma Lucille and miss her, and she never met her on this plane.
No, she never knew her.
But when she was like 3, 4, 5, she would cry for Grandma Lucille and miss her. We always just God, it would kill us.
Oh, I know. It was just, yeah, because we miss her too, but for
Yeah.
her, it was like she knew who she was, even
Yeah.
though she never knew her in this lifetime.
Uh-huh.
So interesting. All right, Pisces. Pisces, so lucky you get the trick or treat card.
Oh.
This is
Oh.
about mischief and play. You
I
just
love the card. Show us the picture one more time.
isn't the card great? See the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, it's
This is
perfect.
awesome. This is truly just a reminder to have some freaking fun. Stop being so serious. Stop taking things so hard and have some fun.
Yeah.
Let some stuff go and have some fun. So it can be having fun with Halloween related things. It doesn't have to be.
Mhm.
And you know, give yourself an opportunity to just enjoy life a little bit more.
I love that. So for you Pisces, why not an orange candle?
Yeah,
So orange candle magic is about success, it's about opportunity, it's about celebration, it's about ambition, creativity, and levity. So I think an
yeah,
orange candle for you, and giving yourself that opportunity. Because I know for most of my Pisceans, having fun is being creative. You ask a
right,
Pisces what they like to do for fun, and they'll start thinking about things they want to make or collect or do.
right,
And whether that's just dreaming on Pinterest or, it's putting the pedal to the metal and doing something. But
right.
Pisces, let's do an orange candle and just really draw that creative energy to the surface. Yeah.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah. GB said, are kids more in tune with people who have passed or even their past lives? Yeah. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yep. So Amy's dad died before both of her kids were born, and they both have memories of him. That's so sweet,
I
Amy. He
love
helped them
that,
before
Amy.
you did.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And our little Mia had the same experience.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Aries.
Mm.
Aries, for you, I drew the graveyard. Ooh. This is about releasing unnecessary fear. This is about letting go of something you're afraid of, one of those what ifs you have in your life that has never happened, that's never going to happen, that you might really care, that you might really carry, and it is like the unnecessary fear of a graveyard or a cemetery. And Katie and I are big fans of cemeteries. We like visiting cemeteries,
Mhm.
learning about them, because that was a thing our mom did and took us to all kinds of cool cemeteries. And I can see where an irrational fear of a cemetery is kind of the same thing as an irrational fear of a bad thing happening in your life that holds you back, that keeps you from doing something that you want to do. So, really facing something that is limiting you right now, really where Aries need to go.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
So I think a black candle for you because black's going to help to keep you grounded and stable and centered so that you can allow yourself to let go of those fears.
sure. Fear of death, too. Yes, most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you
And
think about, do you have any control over whether or not you die? No, we all do.
yep.
I mean, I don't mean in this moment. I just mean in general, we
I
all
mean,
die.
still wear your seatbelt, you know?
Please do. Yes. But you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, we're all going to die. That is,
Yeah.
Barbara, I'm Aries and you nailed it. Fear is my constant companion. Oh,
Mhm.
Barbara, it's time for you to do some candle magic and
Yeah.
release that for yourself.
Do a black candle and write or carve those fears on it, on the candle. And again, I feel like with my Aries, you might end up using more than one, and that's okay.
Hmm.
But and then burn it all the way down and let those fears be swallowed up into the candle. Yeah,
Love it.
yeah,
All right, Gemini, right?
yes.
Gemini? Okay.
Aries, Taurus.
Taurus, I mean. See, I always swap those and I don't mean to. Taurus, you get the Midnight card.
Well, isn't that Taurus right there, though? You
Yeah.
know. Mm-hmm.
This is about reminding Taurians to go deep in your spirituality. You might be spinning your wheels a little bit in your spirituality, or maybe things have stagnated a bit. And it's important to give yourself the time to go deep. Do some extra meditation, do some writing and journaling,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, get a past life regression, do something that takes you a little bit deeper
Mm-hmm.
into yourself to better understand you.
Ooh, I really like that. I think for Taurus, we go with the purple candle.
Hmm.
To work on psychic abilities, wisdom, hidden knowledge, and ancient knowledge. Because I think really what's coming up in you, Taurus, is this real need to connect with and tap into the ancient knowledge that you carry that
Yeah,
you forgot, And so I feel
right.
like a purple candle will help you to pull that together and remember it.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. Lauren, if you're on the cusp, really, you're probably not on the cusp if we knew your exact birth time and all that stuff, but choose the one that resonates with you the most.
Hmm.
So between Aquarius and Pisces, choose the one that feels right to you.
Hmm.
Um, or if you like them both, go with that too. That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, now Gemini.
Yes, but quickly, Gabriella
Oh,
said, currently dealing with my mom on the verge of passing. Death is hard on us for sure, but I understand she's always going to be there. And of course she will. Of course she will. But this is a really sacred time for you. So
hmm,
give yourself space, let
hmm,
go of anything that you can that's just, distracting you from this period. And know that in her passing, you are going to need time. You are going to need the right to grieve however you choose to grieve,
hmm.
and you're going to need some good support from people that care about you. And so, it's grief. Yes, knowing that she will be there, I think, is a very peaceful thing, but you still
Yes.
will go through that process and
Hmm.
you'll feel her and you'll experience her. There's nothing more sacred to me than being in that place with somebody who is very close to transition. So, and I
Yeah.
know, Gabriella, that you will.
Yes,
Yeah.
most definitely. Most
Hi,
definitely.
Ashley.
Hey, Ashley, welcome. Yeah,
So,
birth time
first time.
factors in, and the exact stuff. Really, there are no cusps. You are one or the other, but you need an expert opinion on that,
Hmm.
which neither of us really are, but we do know that.
but we do know some. We
some
know
some of
some
those expert
serious
opinions.
experts in
Yeah,
yeah in astrology, but birth time and birthplace.
yes,
It all makes
location
it. Yep.
matters. Yep. Okay, so Gemini. Gemini, this is the death card. Now,
Oh.
just to be very clear, it does not mean you're going to die. It means that something is coming to an end in your life. Something is dying
Hmm.
in your life. It's time to allow it to die and let it go. And know that when something in your life dies, it's because something else is being born. And so this is a time to recognize that just because something you seem to be losing something in your life, it's because there's space being made for something new.
Hmm.
And it is going to be a positive.
Oh yeah. And interesting, I think for a lot of Geminis, it's something that they've known for a long time needed to be done,
Hmm.
and probably out of fear or maybe even convenience have allowed it to stay. And now it's going to go.
Yep.
So I think Gemini for you, a white candle. White candles are perfect for spirituality, for peace, for purity, but also for letting go and releasing. And I think right now you're going to let go, you're going to release. I would also burn a black candle for a different reason than the others. Black candles are transmuters. They transmute things that we don't need or want anymore into light. So I'd use a white candle and a black candle for Gemini.
Hmm.
I'm excited, Gemini, actually. I think that you're going to take off some handcuffs, cut some old ropes that have been holding you back.
Oh, yeah. And this feels like a huge deal. I feel like for you, it feels like it's a huge deal. It's something that's been coming for a long time. And this is just your validation that now is the time to let it go.
Yeah.
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 All right. Love it. Okay. Cancer got the
Oh.
vampire. This is
Did
the
Scott put you up to this?
Scott did not put me up to this. However, I love that it came up this way. This is the emotional intelligence card. It
Oh,
is
well, dang it.
a reminder to put your attention on yourself for a little while, to allow yourself to feel all of your emotions because they're all okay. There are no bad emotions. And to really recognize that whatever you're going through right now has a lot of emotions to it, and it's okay to feel them all and acknowledge them all.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, I wondered if Scott put you up to it because he has accused me as of late of being an energy vampire.
Oh, he has, huh?
Yeah, because he said whenever we're like, I don't know, like grocery shopping or, out and about and I get tired, I'll reach out and touch him, put my hand on his arm or something. And he said, "Stop it. I know what you're doing." And I was like, "Ew, what am I doing?" He goes, "You do this.
Oh,
You do
you're
this.
getting
And
a little
you,
boost.
mhm. Apparently, I am an energy vampire."
It's funny.
I say boo, but whatever. It's fine. I'm not
Mhm.
hurt. I'm just disappointed. Uh, all right. Well, I think Cancer, then it's a yellow candle. Yellow candles are about intelligence, learning, focus, joy, comfort, and hope. And I think that while you are processing through a myriad of emotions this month, that you need that light, bright energy, coming in. So I would say a yellow candle. And if I was going to use an oil for this one, I would probably use lemon or bergamot.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Kimberly's daughter is training her. Is she a Cancer too? Probably. It's what we do.
Have we read on Capricorn yet? Yes, we have. But if you want to go
Capricorn
back
was,
and listen when once the live stream ends, you can
yeah.
get there.
Capricorn was really about psychic energy, sensing the other side, things like that.
Right.
Oh, I need to watch What We Do in the Shadows. I will do that. Yeah. Because I
All
guess I'm
right.
just this big damn vampire.
I guess. All right, Leo. Leo, this is the night song. This is a red cardinal.
Ooh.
And it's a reminder that Leos tend to have hidden talents. Leos
Mhm.
think they're not good at some things when
Uh-huh.
they really just haven't let themselves try. And this is a
Mhm.
reminder to allow yourself to try. Try something new. Recognize that you may actually have some gifts inside of you you have yet to tap into. So if you're feeling drawn to something this month, go give it a try.
Nice. I love that for Leo. And Leos are funny that way. They're actually so gifted. People love Leos so much, but they don't give
Hmm.
themselves nearly as much credit as they could.
Right.
So I think, Leo, I think for you, it should be an orange candle as well, because orange it signifies creativity, success, ambition. I think this is a good candle for you to use while you are working on, pulling some of that forward in yourself. Partly just because, Leo, you need hobbies. You need some things to be passionate about that are just for you,
Yeah.
and not for everyone else in your sphere, but just, things that you enjoy doing and want to explore. So I really like that for you, Leo.
I do too.
Her daughter's
Oh,
12-year-old going on 16. Oh, I get it. Oof.
oh boy, we've all been there. Oh, oh yeah, my Leo brother is my rock and he has so much self-doubt. Yeah, Leos like the spotlight, but they also tend to really doubt themselves. And
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah. It's kind of funny. That's a weird
Last,
balance in them.
it is, yeah.
Pink
Last
candles.
we have,
I'll tell you, pink candles
oh,
are about romantic love, friendship, emotional healing, uh, self love. Like in the heart chakra, we see the heart chakra as pink and green, and pink is the self love piece. And yeah, so yeah, pink candles. If you're working on yourself, pink candles are perfect.
hmm hmm all right. Last but not least, Virgo. This is the
Okay.
invisibility card, and this is about
Ooh.
authenticity. So, Virgos, are you hiding? Are you being invisible rather than being authentic about who you are and what you need and what you want? Are you hiding? This is something that we all do sometimes. We hide, we don't really stand in our own power and authentically who we are. And I feel like this is just a reminder for Virgos to check yourself. Are you doing that? Are you hiding? Are you covering your light? Are
Hmm.
you dumbing yourself down to fit a situation rather than, really being yourself and letting yourself shine? So if you are, take off the invisibility cloak. There's a real Harry Potter reference here.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think for Virgo, then we really should use a blue candle, because blue candles are about clarity. They're about communication. They're about getting clear with yourself and getting clear with others.
Hmm.
So I think that while you are taking off that cloak, you need some help in getting that clarity going. And
Right.
mostly, with you, of course, because we are our own worst critics and liars, so sometimes you need, and I think Virgo, at this point, you probably do need the perspective of someone else, that
Hmm.
you can be honest with and say, this is kind of what I'm struggling with or what I'm seeing, so that that person can be able to say, let's take a step back and let me tell you what I see in you or in this situation. I think that it's very likely that Virgo's going to need that.
Hmm. Correct. You're a wizard, Harry. Yes. You
Damn
might
right.
need
Are you
you
able to
might
light
need
candles for
someone to
other
tell
people
you.
to carve their names in? Oh, yeah, most certainly. Yeah,
Hmm.
yep.
Bless a
I
candle for
mean,
someone else, definitely.
candle magic has been used for time immemorial in
Mm.
just in that sense. Like, how many churches light candles for people? How many churches have areas where you can walk in off the street and just light a candle? You know,
Right.
what oil for Virgo? Oh, that's a good question.
Mm.
I think actually peppermint or spearmint.
Hmm.
A mint oil will help with clarity, will help to
Yes.
sharpen things up. Even wintergreen would be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, candle magic is everywhere. Um, Culturally, it's everywhere in lots of different cultures.
Uh-huh.
There's so much significance to candles.
Well, I would wager that nearly all of you have done candle magic in your lifetime.
and you
If
just
you've
don't
ever
know.
blown out your birthday candle and made a
Yes.
wish.
Did you make a wish on those candles? Right.
Did you all just go, oh,
Yeah.
oh
That's
yeah,
exactly it.
that's candle magic.
Yep.
Yeah,
It surely is.
they are so soothing. And you know what? There's something you can do. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
there's so many people that are struggling with being able to cope, or that are sick, or you've got someone in your life that has something going on, that you're a little helpless in what can I even do for this person? I light a candle for them. In
Yeah.
fact, a lot of times when people call me and ask, for a reading, a lot of times I'll say, I'm going to light a candle for you. And, if we have contact beyond just, like the lines, a lot of times I'll send them a picture of their candle on my altar because there's just some power in that. Oh, Marnie, good. She asked a few weeks about getting another job, and she did. Good job.
Oh, I'm so glad. That's wonderful news.
Does candle magic work for folks that have moved on? Yeah, because that helps build a bridge.
Mm-hmm. It
Yeah.
does. It helps make the connection. As a matter of fact, speaking of building a bridge, on this coming Sunday for
Hmm.
Spirit School this month, I'm going to do a rainbow bridge meditation. And a rainbow bridge meditation is literally giving you the opportunity to call someone across the rainbow bridge to you that you need to have contact with,
Hmm.
someone who has crossed that you want to have come forward for you. So that will be the meditation for Spirit School. So that is our second tier membership on
Hmm.
YouTube. And so if you want to join us for that, you can, go to our memberships and you'll see Spirit School listed there. But I'm really excited about that. I feel like this would be a great time to do a meditation
Yeah.
like that, where we're going to give you the opportunity, set the space so that you can call in somebody that you've been needing some attention from, or someone that you need to talk to.
Hmm. I love that. Awesome. Barbara, I can't remember what the card was for Aries. Do you remember? If you can prompt me, I can probably remember. Did I not give
I
Aries an oil? Maybe I didn't. I didn't on everyone,
didn't you?
but I
Let's see.
can.
If
I
you go
just don't
back,
remember what Aries
let's see.
was.
Aries was,
Yes, candle magic is amazing for mourning a death.
oh, Aries
Light.
was the graveyard. It was about releasing unnecessary fear.
Oh, I don't think I gave an oil, but I think that I would do one of two things, Barbara. I would either use frankincense
Ooh, yes.
because frankincense is a tree. I would say tree oil, which sounds so stupid. They're all a tree oil, but it's a tree resin
Well,
oil. There's something
hmm
very ancient about and very wise to me about frankincense. I would use that, or I would use cypress, because again,
hmm
cypress oil is about transmuting and releasing. So it seems
yeah.
like either way that would do well. Yeah. Or I'm going to give you one more, and you probably don't have this oil, but spikenard.
Mm.
Spikenard is a really ancient oil. It's one of the oils that they found in Egyptian tombs. And it is an oil of the goddess, actually. And I don't know why it's coming up for me for Aries, but it is. So I'm going to throw it out there. Oh, she
Sure.
does have spikenard. Okay. Ha, you rock. There you go. I'm going to say, let's use spikenard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very,
You know what's funny
very
about
cool.
spikenard? I hate it.
Oh, yeah,
I
it smells
don't like
terrible.
the scent of it at all, but I like the
But
energy of it. And so I always have this turmoil with it. I want to use it, but the smell of it turns me off. But the connection to it, it feels right.
hmm
So you suck it
it's
up,
just,
buttercup.
well, it's kind of like myrrh. Have you guys ever smelled myrrh, like frankincense and myrrh? The myrrh oil is a really powerful spiritual oil, but also I do not like the smell. I like to mix it with like frankincense and sandalwood, and then I'll be in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going
really
to type
cool.
some out for you, Barbara. So what did I say? Spikenard, frankincense, or
Cypress.
cypress?
Yeah.
Any of those would be great. Yep.
hmm
Yeah. Oh, myrrh. You know what? Patchouli. I cannot do patchouli.
Oh, I love patchouli.
And
But patchouli is like a one drop deal too, though. Like the
mm,
true essential oil, patchouli, it is very strong.
I have this big oils cabinet thing in my bedroom that Scott built me for Christmas a few years ago, and it's amazing. But a bottle of patchouli tipped over and leaked in it. And so now every time I walk in my bedroom, all I can smell is this freaking patchouli, and I don't like it.
That is funny.
Sad day. I know. That's real
Yeah.
first world problems over here.
It is. Well, and it's just a good reminder always that if you are going to anoint a candle and you don't have any of these essential oils, that some olive oil from your kitchen is fine.
Yeah.
Coconut oil, whatever oil you've got, the oil is just there
Hmm.
to seal in your intention.
Hmm.
And
And
we both have a lot of essential oils because we've been using essential oils for a long time. Um, you know, so if you have it, great. If you don't,
oh,
Kimberly has a love hate with patchouli.
yeah. You know what I don't like about patchouli? This
Mm.
is really kind of ridiculous, but when we had our store, this girl used to come in and buy patchouli from us for her husband to steam his dreads.
Oh yes.
Do you remember this? And
Hmm.
she'd always come in and be like, "Yeah, I need to get some of. I got to get some more patchouli. He's starting to stink. We got to. Isn't that gross? His hair's starting to stink. We've got to steam his dreads." And she'd always get patchouli, and it really grossed me out. And there you go. That's the association. Isn't that ridiculous? But there it is.
I know. I imagine he probably smells great after he does that.
Well, I hope so, because apparently he didn't smell very good in the first place. But what the hell?
That's funny. Miranda, favorite place to get oils. Katie, do you want to post your link? We
Miranda,
really
you
like a
must be
company called
psychic.
Jade. Yeah, I figured you were getting it. We like a company called Jade Bloom. They are, you will be happy to know, not a pyramid scheme
No.
because the weird
Okay.
pyramid scheme stuff around essential oils, not cool.
No, and if you like in living or doTERRA, more power to you. But you know, it makes the oils so much more expensive, and because of those companies, it's made people. There's been a lot of shaming around essential oils, and if you don't pay a fortune for it, it's not real, and that's not true. None of that is
No.
true. Uh, but so Jade Bloom is this. They're a fairly new company. They're I don't know, maybe 6 years old now, 8 years
Hmm.
old maybe. Um, they're out of Utah. They're so good. And they aren't an MLM again, so their prices are a lot better. I am an affiliate, so the link I gave you there, I would get a tiny kickback with. It's tiny. I don't care if you don't use it. Like, don't, there's no pressure here whatsoever. The reason we started going to Jade Bloom, we actually sold doTERRA in our store for years. It
Hmm.
was just so damn expensive.
Yeah.
And then they had when their emotion line came out and we got the emotions oils in, they gave me an asthma attack, and they shouldn't have. That
Yeah.
what was in them shouldn't have ever done that to me. It was really weird, and it just made me go, "Are we really getting what we think we're getting here?"
Yeah.
So we started doing some looking. We tried a few different companies because obviously we weren't going to share or sell oils in our store that we didn't really like. So we started ordering some Jade Bloom and using it. And we discovered the best lavender we'd ever used in our whole lives
Oh my
because
gosh.
holy moly, their lavender is good. But the thing that we liked about them the best from the hey Don, the thing we liked the best from the get go was that on their website, on every oil, they you can follow a link to the third party lab tests to prove their purity. And at the
Yeah.
time, the bigger oil companies didn't offer that. They actually do now because they've had a lot of pressure from the smaller companies to do that,
Right. Right.
because people need to know. There was a real scandal with doTERRA, and I'm sorry if you're a doTERRA person. I don't mean to pick on you guys. Uh, but doTERRA has their deep blue rub, right? And deep blue
Hmm.
was awesome. People loved it. But some people could not use it because it was giving them uh, horrible migraines. Well, as it turned out, there used to be a group on Facebook called Blue Tansy, and Blue
Hmm.
Tansy was a crowdfunding group that you could pitch in a little money, and they would pick an oil from like 5 different companies and order it and then send it to a third party lab and have it tested to see if everything they said was in their if their stuff was pure, right?
Yeah.
And what we learned from that was don't ever buy your oils on Amazon because they are likely not pure.
Right.
Don't buy
Yeah.
them at Walmart because they're definitely not pure.
Hmm.
But what they learned from their deep blue was that their deep blue had an oil in it that wasn't listed in their marketing or on their labeling that is an oil that's well known for causing migraines. And so it kind of caused a big shakeup and it made people kind of not trust them. And they said
Yeah.
this has been our mistake. We didn't realize it. I mean, we know we put those, that oil in there, but we didn't realize it wasn't on our packaging, whatever. I mean, it had been going on for years, so it's whatever. But it just a lot of those things made us go, I want to see the third party lab tests. I want to
Yeah.
know that what I think I'm getting is what I am getting.
Hmm.
So blah blah blah. Long story short, we chose Jade Bloom
Yep.
because they have the purity. They also have an education program that if you build an account with them, you can take their education program for free. And when you
Yeah.
graduate from it, they give you about $35 in free oils, which,
Oh,
wow, because they know that oils are awesome if you use them right and they're dangerous if you use them wrong. And so
yeah.
they want to
So
make
they,
sure that people aren't hurting themselves with them. Yeah.
right. So
I
you
don't
always want
know
to
anything
check.
about Massage Warehouse.
I don't either. It's the way that you know if you have good oils is you do the research. You look up the company, you look at their third party testing, you make sure they're not using any solvents,
Yep.
that they're using steam distillation and those kinds of things. So you just do your research
Mm-hmm.
before, another brand that you can buy in health food stores that I like is the Now brand, just
Uh-huh.
NOW, good
Mm-hmm.
brand.
It is a good brand. Yep.
And so, just do your research. Don't just buy something without knowing anything about the company. That's
Yeah.
just
That's
important.
That's what it boils down to. And if it smells wrong, you know, I mean, you buy some oil and smell it and you go, this smells like chemicals.
Yeah.
That's probably
Then
your answer.
then the distillation has been some kind of solvent, some to
Hmm.
to make distillation of plant material faster, they'll use a solvent. Well, you
Yeah.
can never get the solvent out of the oil.
Hmm.
So there's always going to be some solvent in that oil. Well, that's not good for you. You shouldn't be putting that on your skin or diffusing it in the air or anything.
Or
So,
putting it in your body because some people do ingest essential oils, and that's a big conversation about whether you should or shouldn't. And I'm not even going to, that's totally on you.
yeah.
But you cannot be using an oil that's been solvent distilled and putting it in your body.
No, it's very dangerous. And in even
Or
taking,
furthermore, on your baby or, using it
yeah,
around your pets or yeah, it's a big deal.
yeah. So do your research. But those are two brands that we
Mhm,
trust, that we feel comfortable with. Jade Bloom
mhm.
and Now
Yep,
are both good brands.
yep.
And there are others, but just do your research. Make sure that you
Mhm.
know that they're being third party tested so that you really know that what's in them is what they say.
100%.
Yep.
Also, with Jade Bloom, since we're talking about it, if you love oils, they have a collectors club that
Oh,
is the
yeah.
funnest thing. So you sign up for it, and it's like a mystery box, basically. It's like 20-ish, $22 a month, I think. And at the first of the month, they process your card and they send you out a package. And it's a lot of times it's stuff that they haven't released to the public yet,
Yeah.
which is fun. They also do teas and they do lotions and, you know,
Rubs and things.
yeah, rubs and all kinds of stuff. And they just send you, they have a theme for the month and they'll send it, to you, everything that they have, for that thing. So you usually get like 3 items, like 3 oils or an oil and a rub and a tea or whatever. Anyway, that is so much fun. That is Christmas every month for the essential oil lover.
Hmm.
And I highly recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's really fun. Really fun.
Yeah.
Well, we have run all the way out of time, but this has been a really fun conversation about
Yeah.
candle magic and essential oils. And I hope you like my Halloween cards. I love them. They're really fun.
They're awesome.
I use
Yeah.
them for Halloween around October every year, and I think they're really, really fun.
Yeah. Oh,
And
Don, it's nice. It's fun to have you here. I love it
yes,
when you
it's
guys
great.
that are long-term listeners get to peek in and say hello. We'd love to have you
Yeah, when
all
we haven't
here.
met you before, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And the rest of you.
Well, all of you, most definitely. So we just want to say thank you for being here.
Yeah.
If you are in Spirit School or you want to join Spirit School, I am doing the meditation on Sunday. It's at 10 a.m. Mountain, and it is a rainbow bridge meditation. So we'll be doing a meditation that will give you the opportunity to call over someone that you would like to have a conversation with, someone who has passed on.
Yep.
So we'll be doing that. So you can check out on, if you check out, just click on our link that says join, I think, on YouTube.
Hmm.
It'll show you we have two. So we have the first level is our true crime cold read party, which is once a month. It's next Tuesday
Hmm.
at 7 p.m. Mountain, and we'll be doing cold reads of any cases that you throw our way in the chat. And then the second level is Spirit School. And if you join Spirit School, you automatically get the cold read party also. So
Yeah.
check that out.
Yeah.
We will be back with some pop ups this weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And who knows what else, because this has been quite a true crime week.
Oh my gosh. Yes, this week has been a whirlwind. So was last week. I feel like the last 3 weeks, starting kind of
Yeah,
with Gabby Petito and then all the way up to now.
things
Like,
have been wild.
especially that Cassidy Rainwater case is going to break wide open, I think, next week. So
Yeah,
that's going to get crazy.
it is. So we will be back with all the details. If you would like to get a reading with Katie, you can do that at
Hmm.
one2listen.com. If you would like to get a reading with me, you can go to truecrimeparanormalpodcast.com, and there's a place to click where it says get a reading with Kristi, and just click on that and it takes you right to my schedule. So
Awesome.
as usual, we love getting to know all of you and we appreciate you being here.
Yeah. All
And
righty.
yeah, you know it. We are True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. Have a great night.
Take care.